Well, hi everybody. Welcome back to Camp Cronin. I believe this is episode 14 of Songs and Stories from Camp Cronin. We're still cooped up here. I think everybody's getting a little stir crazy. I think perhaps in our desire to have human contact and get out and do stuff, we may, as a society, have jumped the gun a little bit. COVID-19 is still silent and deadly. And little wake-up call this past week, as far as the danger is still there. It's too soon to start thinking that we're done with this episode of U.S. history. So anyway, here we are at Camp Cronin. I wish I could be there in your city, but this is as close as I can get. So I'm glad to be able to share some songs and stories with you. As I was getting ready for today's little program, I noticed that I cut myself shaving yesterday. These days I basically shave once every week to 10 days at the most. So my shaving chops are a little shabby. You should see Bruce Hall. He's got the full COVID beard going on, man. He has not shaved since we got home from the road back in March. He's pretty scary looking anyway, but now, woo. But I miss the guys, man. Luckily we see each other at our weekly Zoom get together. Everybody's doing fine. We are bound and determined to get back out there and share our music with you guys. And it's going to happen. Just a matter of when, not a matter of if. What else? Oh, so this past Saturday at noon, I owe you all, well, not all of you, but any of you who may have tuned in to see our live stream of Holly Picks, we had some, shall we say, production / scheduling difficulties, which translated means we forgot what day it was, which happens to me a lot under normal circumstances, but now I never know what frickin' day it is. What's the difference? Every day is Tuesday or Thursday, Sunday, whatever. Take your pick, whatever day you want it to be, that's what day it is. So anyway, but we'll be back. Holly will be back, I promise. Holly and I have so much fun doing that. But anyway, so here we are, episode 14. Last episode we kind of dipped our toes in the Wheels Are Turning story, and that was such an amazing comeback for the band. But we pretty much had a number of songs written, and but deep down I knew that everybody from the record company down to our fans from over the years were hoping that we would come up with something that could be looked upon as perhaps the follow-up to Keep on Loving You. We needed that REO power ballad, and so I started thinking about it, and there's a whole chapter in my book about this. It's too long a story to tell right now. I'm gonna finish that book eventually, I promise. Getting there. But I had written 3 verses back in 1975 when I was out of the band, living in Chicago, and never wrote a chorus. Story of my life, takes me 15 minutes to write the verses, and then 5 years later, 10 years later, live long enough to figure out what the chorus is supposed to be. And that's what happened with this song. But one day it came to me. Wasn't easy, I'll tell you that. Came to me kind of in the midst of a semi-nervous breakdown. Anyway, it goes something like this. I can't fight this feeling any longer, and yet I'm still afraid to let it flow. What started out as friendship has grown stronger. I only wish I had the strength to let it show. I tell myself that I can't hold out forever. I say there is no reason for my fear, 'cause I feel so secure when we're together. You give my life direction, you make everything so clear. And even as I wander, I'm keeping you in sight. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. And I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. It's time to bring this ship into the shore and throw away the oars forever. 'Cause I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. And if I have to crawl upon the floor, come crashing through your door, baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. My life has been such a whirlwind since I saw you. I've been running around in circles in my mind, and it always seems that I'm following you, girl. 'Cause you take me to the places that alone I'd never find. And even as I wander, I'm keeping you in sight. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. And I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might. I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. It's time to bring this ship into the shore and throw away the oars forever. 'Cause I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. And if I have to crawl upon the floor, come crashing through your door, baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. Baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. Can't fight this feeling. Man, talk about a song that has taken me on a journey, man. Holy moly. You know, God, I remember the day my good friend and manager Tommy Consolo and I were having dinner in a little restaurant in Georgetown, just outside of Washington, D.C. And Tommy got a phone call. This is before the days of cell phones. The manager of the restaurant came out and said there was a call for him in the office. Tommy got up and took the call. And I'm waiting at the table. Tommy comes back, and Tommy's a cool character, man. You know, he's always solid, you know, but he had a smile on his face, man. I knew whatever he had heard on that phone call, it was good news. And basically told me that day, Can't Fight This Feeling went to #1 on the Billboard singles charts. And we literally walked outside the restaurant, and we may or may not have jumped up and down in the middle of M Street. But if we didn't, we sure felt like it. It was so amazing. And, you know, later that year, we performed the song at Live Aid, which was such an honor. And man, what a journey that song has taken me on. And you guys have all been part of it, man. We've all been on this journey together. That's why it's so much fun to kind of tell the story of REO Speedwagon through the songs. Because I know there's a lot of you watching who have been there since the beginning, or who came on board at some place along the line. And man, we thank you all so much for your support, for your continuing support. We have a great team here. The REO Speedwagon family is amazingly strong, and we're all together, the band, the crew, the management team, our wives, our kids, our families, and we're all supporting one another, and we will be back. So in the meantime, stay safe, take care of yourself, take care of one another. Much love from my family to yours, from all the REO family to all of you. We will see you Saturday for Holly Picks, and we'll see you next week for episode 15 of Songs and Stories from Camp Cronin. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. And if I have to crawl upon the floor, come crashing through your door, baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. Thanks, everybody.